Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. I was going to do it live on a live broadcast, but man, I think they're sending another major update, and until that Microsoft update gets complete, it's really slowing down my connectivity and lagging. Didn't matter what browser I use, so they've been sending a lot of these updates lately. I don't know what's going on. They must be trying to correct some kind of problem. I have two blended Scotch whiskies. This is Dewar's, the famous white label True Scotch, double aged for extra smoothness. Now, what that means is it's aged, all the whiskeys are aged, then they blend them together, and then they age it together. That blend together. So it's aged separately, and then those aged whiskeys are blended and then aged. Okay, so that's what that means. It's got a beautiful embossed glass bottle. This, I think, was like $25.99 when I bought it. Dewar's never varies. This number ensures traceability against forgery or imitation. Number RB0138. By appointment to Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II. Now the new bottles will say His Majesty King Charles III, Scotch whiskey distillers John Dewar and Sons. So it's made under a royal warrant of King Charles III, King of Scotland, King of the Channel Islands, King of Ascension Island, Canada, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and other realms and territories around the world. All right. Johnnie Walker is also distilled and produced under that royal warrant, but not under a royal warrant, but not this particular brand. This is a special edition. Johnnie Walker, a Song of Fire, introduced in 2019 in collaboration with HBO for a television promotion. And when the television series ended, then they ended this. They ended this product. They took the website down, so I can't put a link to it or anything like that. This one, of course, introduced in 1899. By John Dewar and Sons, now under the control of Bacardi International. It's a Bacardi brand. And they've got the 3 Ds in the logo. John Dewar and his 2 sons, the original proprietors. Interlocking D, letter D. It says True Scotch. I mean, we weren't assuming it was fake. Got a built-in pour. You gotta watch those built-in pours because it'll really gush out, and you're stuck with too much of it. Okay, so when I first tried A Song of Fire, I was kind of not thrilled with it. Then I started to kind of like it, and then I really have started to love it, actually. Looks like I got less than half left. Can't look through there. This plastic wrap label, shrink wrap label. Just like with the Johnnie Walker High Rye, has that shrink wrap label. So price point, like I said, about $25.99. This one is running. They still have it available. There's back stock available. Total Wine & More has it listed $41.99. But I found this at Star, and the one up there, A Song of Ice, at Star in Kenner for $14.99 each. And I was like, wow, what a great deal. And then somebody making a video review said he found it at Trader Joe's, both of those, for $9.99 each. Don't know how they pulled that off. That was amazing. I'm not going to look down because I remember one of them being a little darker. I just don't remember which one, but don't want to take any chances. No age statement on this one or that one, so I'll have to put that neither one has an age statement. Just standard, maybe a little peat compost pile smell. That's probably the Dewar's. Honey, possible smoke, but unlikely. They say subtle smoke. I say more like non-existent smoke, but if I taste it 10 times on the 10th time, I'll taste smoke, and then I'll do it again. to 10 times. So you don't usually taste smoke, I find. Let me mix them a little bit more. Try it again, see if there's any. The peat. Okay, they're close though. They're close. Close. Supposedly Dewar's is the top selling blended Scotch whiskey in the United States. I've heard that. I don't know exactly if that's true, but I see Johnnie Walker Red more commonly around here, but then I'm in Louisiana. 49 other states, it might be this one. That's, you know, but I mean, most stores have it, obviously. Honey, cereal grains, sugar, honey, sugar. Light to medium body, dry finish. Most whiskeys have a dry finish, nothing unusual there. Most of them have a medium body, nothing unusual there. Now the barrel proof, they'll have a heavy body. I usually don't mess with those kind of products. Although I have one unopened, a bourbon. Yeah, same thing. Honey, maybe a little peatiness. You notice I haven't mentioned smoke, except just a glimmer of it in the aroma on one of them. Good. This would be an A, you know, not a high A, lower end A, like 9.3 out of 10. Still, that's fantastic for considering the price that I paid. Even if you had to pay the full price, well, like I did on this one, but that's an inexpensive handle. Maybe a little more depth of flavor. Maybe longer aged. And maybe there's a little Kalila coming in. They claim on the back they're using Kalila. I know they're not lying. They use Kalila to give it a little smokiness, and there might be. I mean, it's so subtle. I don't even know why they bring that up. I guess for marketing reasons, because they know that people jump on that. But I would say quality-wise, both around a 9.3. I think a couple of times in the live videos, I know I did. I said 9.5 for the Game of Thrones, A Song of Fire. I've never watched the series. I was never interested in it. I wasn't interested in this, but for $14.99 I was suddenly very interested. Okay, I'd recommend it, but I'm going with 9.3 now, so it kind of wavers. 9.3 at the low end, 9.5 at the high end. I wouldn't go higher than that. Still a very great product, all things considered. Now, can I tell them apart? One last sip. That's the last of it anyway. Just standard. Anything harsh about it? No, maybe a little bit of the grain whiskeys are a little bitey, but it's pretty mellow and mild. Is Dewar's more of a mixer? I think it is. If you look at the website, they really promote that right off the bat when they start talking about it. They say, man, it started in 1899. It's so great. And look at all these mixing ideas. Look at all these drinks you can make with it. So that's sort of the focus. I never looked at the website for this when it was posted because I never thought I would buy it, so I didn't see if they were recommending any cocktails. But Johnnie Walker does have a whole section of that. All liquor company websites do. I don't know why you'd pay, you know, like sometimes $80 for a whiskey and then mix it with Coca-Cola. Seems like the Coca-Cola's going to mask it, but other people say no, it's really great. It enhances the cocktail and so forth. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say this with Johnnie Walker. A Song of Fire. And it's the Dewar. So, not the first time I got it wrong in this series. I think it's the third failure I've had. I'm not totally surprised. I'm a little bit surprised. Because honestly, I thought that the Walker would be more pronounced in flavor. And I thought the Dewar's would be a little bland. That didn't turn out to be the case. So blind taste tests can really trick you up. You think, oh yeah, I know. People will say that, I know my brand, oh yeah, but do a blind taste test, you may not really know it that well. You might. You don't know until you do the test. And really, one time doesn't prove too much. You want to really be able to replicate that. So, I mean, this is a valid challenge. I'm testing what I'm supposed to test. Is it a reliable challenge? I don't know. I'd have to replicate that. If you did it 10 times and you kept screwing it up and getting it wrong half the time, getting it right half the time, yeah, that would show that, you know, they're pretty indistinguishable. So I would recommend whatever one you wanted to buy, and obviously the cheaper one. So in a normal price, not this crazy